I was doing a little bit of I was I was just on my phone last. I couldn't sleep, dude. So I was up on my phone and I came across this video of a girl who happened to be a bit overweight expressing her frustrations with her doctor. And I figured, hey, I'm the fattest guy most of you know. So maybe I'll weigh in on this situation. So their video is gone. This is like a stitch to a different person or duet, whatever it's called. But their account has gone private, so they probably got bullied quite a bit. But this person had duetted it, and it says classic medical gaslighting due to weight stigma and bias. I am absolutely appalled by this doctor. Now, this is another doctor, pediatrician, I guess, and a weight coach, so that's cool. I'll tell you, my personal experience with doctors is they can be annoying about weight. Like, obviously, you need to lose weight. And the doctors are like, hey, man, you should lose weight. It'll be good for your health. I respect that because it's obviously true. That's what my current doctor says. But, like, I've had doctors before who will, like, shame you when you come in for it. They're like, why didn't you lose weight? What happened here? What happened? It's like, life happened, bro. And I'm a 32-year-old man, so I don't need you to over-police me on my weight. When I come in and be like, hey, you got to lose weight, like, of course. But all that happens is that people just don't want to go to the doctor when their doctor's annoying and berates them about weight, especially since the doctors don't exactly offer you good advice. The last doctor, my wife and I went to a doctor together, because we're doing our thing. We're getting ready to try to make some babies. And she's like, oh, yeah, weight loss would be good for the both of you. But she talked about, instead of restrictive eating, she talked about like different types of eating that was really interesting. She's like, yeah, she's like, park in the back of the parking lot and walk up. Have a serving of vegetables a little bit before you start eating, because that'll fill you up faster. And she would give us advice that was more centralized around like trying to naturally like have your body adjust to eating better rather than trying to count calories, because counting calories can be very difficult for people. Like, obviously it's very simple, you just calories in, calories out, but it can get a little annoying and overwhelming and make like every part of your life feel like a chore. So it's good to try to like auto-regulate your body, like, hey, eat more vegetables. If you want to have an ice cream cone, maybe have a banana first, because then you'll be fuller on something a little bit more nutrient dense, and then it'll make you not want to eat so much. And it's just these little things that were pretty good advice. So anyway, let's see what this doctor, whatever this woman has to say.
Okay. I mean,
but she's with her doctor.
It is what it is. You're basically telling me I just have to eat less.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that your...
Not just eat less, because that's not easy, or else everybody would be doing it, and there wouldn't be a whole field of weight loss medications. Okay. And there wouldn't be all these issues with weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like some weight loss medications can be a little bit rough. Like, I'll tell you that sometimes doctors get a little crazy with weight loss medications. Because sometimes I say most of the time it's better off just losing weight naturally. But I remember my mom, she had cancer, so now she's on like this permanent cancer drug, and it's the only one that works for her without her like really fucking up her body, and the doctor knows that. So she started to gain a little bit of weight because the medication, for whatever reason, or I think it has like an impact on her weight. And they're like, oh, do you want us to take you off that med? And she's like, I need it or I get cancer again. And they're like, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes the doctors can be a little bit suspicious when it comes to, sometimes they can be too focused on weight loss rather than like healthy eating, which obviously will mean you'll lose weight. But you know what I mean? Like, it's better to promote healthy eating over weight loss, or else you could, focus too much on losing weight and you might end up developing like an eating disorder. This is one of the things that the doctor had told us. They're like, yeah, there's people who crash diet and lose 100 pounds in 5 months and then they gain it all back, but now their metabolism's all fucked up. So it's good to create a habit instead of just focusing on losing weight, focus on trying to get healthy, right?
And I understand. And I've had my experience with eating disorders, and that's why I'm trying to have a more positive attitude about this, but okay. It's really difficult because I have been eating less and less and less, and it's not helping. So this is just really...
Well, listen, if you're eating less... Okay. Like, realistically speaking, like, calories in, calories out, it's very basic, Oh, the doctor also said walking. Try to walk like every day. Yeah, like if you're eating less and less and less, and I mean, maybe she like crash dieted so bad she fucked her metabolism, but like you're obviously binge eating then, because that's been my experience. It was like, I try not to eat, and then you don't eat, and then you binge eat, and then you eat till you're full. But since your stomach is so empty, you don't get full until you're over full. If you're overweight, It's calories. Even with some kind of medical issue, you can lose weight. Your body literally is calories in, calories out. You might have an issue with like hormonal changes that maybe make you deposit fat differently, or maybe make you produce less muscle, or slow your metabolism. And I get that. But at the end of the day, you can lose weight. But maybe don't eat less. Maybe just walk. Go for like a walk more or something. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe you are doing it some days, but not like every day of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every day that you have to be in the calorie deficit to consistently lose.
I mean, I just feel like
I don't understand why she's nodding her head. No, that's the truth.
I could come in and I could tell you I'm not eating at all, and it would still be the same answer.
Well, yeah, because if you're like, listen, I'm 340 pounds. I've been losing weight very slowly, but I've been doing it consistently. I've been happy with myself. If I go in 6 months from now and I'm still 340, it doesn't matter. The doctor doesn't need to see me. They'll be like, you're not cutting your food. And I'll be like, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not eating at all. Guys, I haven't eaten a week. I haven't eaten in an entire week. It's like, come on. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you see the scale. Maybe the doctor should be advocating for more exercise instead of necessarily losing weight. More broccoli fills your stomach up, fibrous food. But what are you talking about? Yeah, and you need to eat adequately, like proper protein and nutrients. Yeah, it's good to have a little bit more of a protein focus. I was reading something that talks about how like your body, it's weird, but like your body will burn different types of things faster. So like I think your body burns fat, or not faster. Excuse me. It'll burn protein. It'll take more energy to burn protein per calorie. So like eating protein, while you might eat 2,000 calories with protein, like it burns, like it takes like 200 calories to burn it or something. It's weird. I don't understand it fully, but apparently protein is like the most, I guess it takes the most energy to process, I guess, in some capacity. So like protein is not only like, it's good for calories, it's filling, but it also requires your body to like kind of, to do a little bit of extra work. Whereas I think fat doesn't really burn calories to process as much. It's so weird. Learning exercise or diet stuff is just so fucking crazy.
You must.
I feel like they should teach it in school. No? You know what I mean? Like, that makes the most sense to me.
Well, that
you must
would
be
be
eating
a
above the
lie.
calorie deficit.
That would be a lie if you told me you weren't eating at all.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
Well, it kind of is what you're saying, but okay.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
If you want to, if you want to just argue about it, we can, or I can try to give you the resources to try to get there in the calorie deficit.
I don't see a problem with this doctor. Like, we clearly started this like mid or end of the conversation after this woman got frustrated and decided to start recording. So, like, yeah, the doctor's being a little short with her, but like, I haven't heard anything. Like, I've had like doctors who were really big dickheads about my weight. I get it. I gotta lose weight, but they're so annoying, and I get it. This doctor just seems to be that normal. She's like, yeah, you gotta eat, get calorie deficit or something. So
to help you lose the weight. If you want a second opinion, you're welcome to it. I won't be offended. Okay? We have plenty of other doctors here. We also have the weight management program, which is specifically geared towards this.
Stabilize it and make sure it does not.
Okay.
Do you want the number?
No, I have it.
I
have it.
Okay.
You have it? I would give them a call and just learn more about the program.
I've seen them before. I have my own nutritionist. I'm not interested in that program, unfortunately.
It's not just.
Okay. I don't really. It just kind of seemed like she was complaining. I don't know, bro. There's a difference between a rude doctor and like a doctor that's just trying to like tell you that you should lose weight to help you. So if you have a nutritionist or something, I don't know why you're arguing with this doctor. Like she just seems to be kind of full of shit. Maybe she needs to take a shit. Maybe she'll lose weight.
Some of us. So what point is
this woman followed up though?
Like every day that you have to be in the calorie deficit to consistently.
This is Dr. Carla. This doctor is essentially prescribing this patient an eating disorder. The patient said, I have an eating disorder. I'm in restrictive
Well, how is she prescribing her an eating disorder?
mindset with eating. This is extremely dangerous.
Oh, I didn't get any of that out of there. The doctor's very clearly not a nutritionist. Yeah, your nutritionist is TikTok. I feel like, okay. I mean, listen, ultimately, it seemed like kind of some bullshit pro clutching. Is this doctor like focused solely on fat people? Oh shit, she's a fucking fat savior, guys. She's gonna save me. What is this?
So I just got back.
Should doctors push weight loss meds on patients who present to clinic for non-weight related reasons? That's actually a cool question. That's a good question. I mean, if you're at a place and you're not having an issue with your weight, you know, I can understand why your doctor might say like, "Oh, do you want a weight loss medication?" But at the end of the day, like, I understand being fat, it stresses out your body. But at the end of the day, if you go in for like your regular checkups and you're not presenting any issue, I don't think that they need to be like, you need to be on weight loss medication. They could say like, hey, you know, just keep in mind you should monitor your weight. But if your body is healthy at the moment, weight loss medication to me is like a drastic step. It's like I would be like a step when you like really need it. But if you're fat but you're not showing any medical issues, I think that you just say, I just try to develop better habits, which is probably better than I don't even think weight loss medication works, to be honest with you. I could just be wrong. I don't think it really works unless it makes you sick, want to throw up or something. But you're better off just be like, yeah, try to develop better habits, and then you send you on your way. But okay.
Back from the doctor. Just got out of the doctor, and she goes, "Hey, you're really fat." And I said, "Yeah."
That's funny, but it's not. Let's just watch her.
I just got back from the doctor.
Instead of the person who just stitches a video and stands blankly at the camera.
Just got out of the doctor, and she goes, "Hey, you're really fat." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm just here to."
I doubt that they actually said that. It's just funny, you know.
Get my medication renewed. It's Lexapro. Like, it's not even weight related. Like,
what is Wexapro?
I'm just here to get my medication renewed. It's Lexapro. Like, it's.
What is Wexapro? What the fuck is that? Wexapro. Is that real? Lexapro. She said Wexapro or Lexapro. Wexapro is not a thing, so I think at this point I'm just kind of being stupid.
I'm just here to get my medication renewed. It's Lexapro. Like, it's not even weight related.
Okay, so I think she's saying Lexapro. Am I right about that? Lexapro is an anxiety issue. It's used to treat anxiety. So let's say that's what she said. I think it is what she said. No, the doctor wouldn't say that. I think that she's just being funny. Here's the thing. Not for nothing, but like being overweight is going to contribute to your anxiety problems. So it might not be a bad idea for them to say like, hey, you know, focus on losing weight, bro. It's not just the weight. It's mostly like the food. If you're fat like me, like, let's just talk about a hard truth. If you're a piggy like me, you probably didn't get really fat eating lots of vegetables and fibrous vegetables and meats. Okay, you probably go to the supermarket hungry, and then go, yeah, you know what's a really good shopping decision? That brick of cheese. That's probably what I need. My body's saying it's hungry for it, so that must mean it's healthy, right? You're probably eating like shit. You're probably eating highly processed foods. You're probably eating like sugars and disgusting addictive foods that are really fucking up your body, right? That's what's happening. And eating like that, having like high blood pressure and these things. I know in my experience, when I eat something really salty, my heart races a little bit and I get anxious. So eating better will make it so you aren't feeling as anxious or depressed. I'll tell you too, if I eat like a Domino's pizza and 16 chicken wings and cheesy bread and a cookie pizza and a second Domino's pizza, because you know there's a twofer deal. What about it? Crazy? I know that it depresses me. And I think a lot of it is, wow, I'm a fat, disgusting animal. But also part of it's just like you just ate poorly. Your body doesn't feel good. You know? It doesn't feel good eating that. It feels like shit eating that. And so, like, don't even worry about losing weight. Like, you should lose weight. But focus on eating healthy, and the weight loss will come. But, like, you'll feel better. So for them to say, like, hey, you know, you maybe want to lose some weight, it could be a pretty big contributing factor as to why you're on fucking Lexapro. Like, for real, man.
Like, can I just get my medicine? And that's all. And she said, yeah, but you're really fat. And I said, word. She's like, what are you doing? Do you diet? And I'm like, well, I, do what I can. Well,
that's not true. And listen, I'm there too. You know, I'm not doing what I can. I could do more. It's weird because she's not really telling what's actually happened at the place. She's like trying to be a little funny about it. And it's kind of funny, but we don't actually know the interaction because like the doctor obviously didn't just call her a big fat fucking, whatever.
What you can. yeah, I don't know. I'm a slacker. I'm not really good at doing things that is good for me. And she goes, yeah, well, you need to do something because you're going to die. And I said, I'm just fat. I'm not unhealthy. Like, all my...
If she said you're going to die, that's a little extreme.
My levels are fine.
Okay, that's fair. Again, even if your levels are fine, it's always good for the doctor to say, like, hey, you should try to develop better habits, and then leave it there, because when you start harassing somebody, it's fucking annoying. And again, if your levels are fine, even though, yes, you should be less fat, you don't need to crash diet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could just chill and be like, hey, maybe try to take that 20-minute walk a day. Hey, have a little bit of that. You know, maybe have some vegetables with your meal. Have some edamame. That's a vegetable, I think. Edamame. I'm very cultured. Things like that, you know? But as long as her levels are fine, I mean, like, you know, take it slow.
No, you're going to die. And I said, oh, I guess it's everybody's turn. You know, everybody dies. She goes, we're going to put you on an injection once a week so that you can stop eating, you fat fuck. I said, okay, well, I guess there's no...
I wouldn't take some injection, though. If this actually happened, I'd be like, no, I'm not taking an injection. Unless either, well, this story could be fake, but let's say the story is true. Either she's lying about her levels, and her levels are so bad she needs, I don't even know what a fucking injection is, or the doctor is focusing too much on losing weight. A weight loss injection. What is that? Saxenda, whatever. It's an injectable prescription medicine used for adults with excess weight, 27 BMI, who have the weight-related medical problems or obesity, and children. Okay, blah, 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 blah. It's a prescription weight loss injectable thing. Again, like, I don't know, like, to me, this seems like something you only really need if you're, like, in a pretty somewhat dire state. Again, if she's whatever age she is and she's fucking just overweight, and she could still lose it naturally, then let her lose it. Like, I know she's big, but, like, if her levels are showing fine, let her lose weight with just better activity. Here you go. She's playing basketball. Woo! See, that's a lot of movement for a big person. I know that because I am a big person. See, she's doing it. She's doing her thing. She's going to play basketball. You know, she's getting her shit together. Hey, you got to respect it. Okay.
No other option. And she said, yeah, put this thing in your big fat belly. You should stab yourself in your big fat juicy gut. And once a week, and you're not going to eat anymore. And if you do eat, you'll vomit. She said, good luck.
Is that what it does? If that's true, it's a little crazy, but okay.
Said, okay, thank you. So that's the story of my day one of Ozempic. So... wish me luck.
Just based on the end of that story, I'm feeling like a little bit of what she said is a little bit cap. Okay? Only because if it was me going to the doctor and I truly had really solid levels, I wouldn't have taken the Ozempic. I just wouldn't have done it. I would not have taken it. I'd be like, no, I'm fine. I'll continue to try to manage my weight better. I'm not taking this. It kind of seemed like she might have sensationalized this story a little bit, right? It seemed like she might have sensationalized the story just a little bit. So, okay. All right. Well, you know, what is this?
Weight gain is hormonal, not simply caloric.
Well, okay.
Here's my explanation.
Here we go.
Weight gain is hormonal, not simply caloric. Here's my explanation as an obesity doctor and weight loss coach.
Well, you're not a very good obesity doctor since you're not obese.
Hormones like GLP-1, leptin, cortisol, CCK, and a whole lot of other letters control appetite and weight.
Sure.
These appetite and weight regulating hormones affect the energy balance equation, and hormonal disruptions cause you to take in more food than you need. By simplifying...
Okay, I mean, this is probably all true, but just keep in mind that none of this food here is going to make you feel full because of what kind of food it is. It's highly processed burgers and French fries with tons of bullshit in it. So, like, keep that in mind, too. You know what I mean?
Food than you need. By simplifying weight loss down to calories in, calories out stigmatizes people who are struggling with their weight because it's like telling them just try harder without recognizing that appetite and energy are hormonally mediated. This is physiology, not willpower. If you've experienced weight stigma from the calories in, calories out diehards, comment below and let's change the conversation around.
The only problem I have with this video is that it offers an excuse but doesn't offer a solution. And I think that that's a little bit dangerous because I feel like some fat people will come across this and go like, "Oh, see, it's not my fault." And then like instead of being like, "Yeah, try to eat better," you know, I don't know. But okay, cool. I think I've had enough